And thanks for staying with us. Now, the ANASSET gas filling station at Awudome in Accra is the latest to be shut down following the national clampdown on the unsafe siting of LPG stations across the country. A visit by Joy News to the filling station saw workers stranded, not being able to do their daily work. Joy News' MFA Nancy Juadosi has visited that site and has joined us via telephone with more. MFA, what can you report from the ANASSET filling station?
So, Daniel, we all know the directive from the LPG Marketing Companies Association for the shutdown of the various gas filling stations across the country. Now, this morning, we've been to the ANASSET gas filling station at Awudome. When we arrived, all we realized was that the entrance and the exits had been blocked and preventing even motorists and drivers to even have access to the premises of the gas filling station. Now, when we asked or we inquired from the workers why they were not operating, they said they just had directives from the owner and the manager that they should not operate. But they themselves did not understand why the directive has been given to them. But then we chanced upon some customers who wanted to buy their gas. They tell us that they've been to other places, but they were unable to get some. So they came to the ANASSET gas filling station. So basically, at the ANASSET gas filling station, they are following the directive from the LPG Marketing Companies Association. However, we just arrived at the Trust gas filling station at Odoko, and they are working. We have about 7 people even filling their cylinders just as we got here. They are telling us that their managers and the owner of the company has not given them any directive to shut down. And so work is going on here as normal as it's supposed to be.
Now, MFA, you were saying that the customers you spoke to have said they were not getting gas to buy at any other station. Did they tell you how widespread it was and how it has affected them?
Now, it was only one person that I was able to confirm where he had come from. Now, he tells us that he was also at the Awudome area, and the place he went to, and he couldn't fill. And funny enough, we came to meet him here at the Trust gas filling station. He just finished filling his gas and has just left. And so he has to move all the way from Awudome, which is the ANASSET gas filling station, to the Trust gas filling station here at Odoko, as far as Odoko, to fill his gas.
Has this created any sort of bottleneck at the Trust gas filling station?
Not really. Even though this is the second gas filling station we have come to, just within the space of 3 minutes, we've had about 7 people coming already to come and fill their cylinders. And so we are anticipating that the number is likely to increase, because it appears that they are one of the few gas filling stations that are operating around this area.
But generally, how has business been for the people at Trust Gas as a result of this one?
Now, when I inquired from him, he tells me that business is as normal. They have people, even though it's not the normal rush, it's not a rush today. People are coming in one after the other to come and fill their gas. And so there is no essence. But then he even said, the worker I spoke to here tells me he had the news of the shutdown of the filling stations this morning, but his boss did not give him any directive to shut down.
Right, thank you very much, MFA Nancy Juadosi, for that report there. Now, Bernard Oredu is the Public Relations Officer of the LPG Marketing Companies Association, and he has joined me on the line. Mr. Oredu, thanks for your time. Explain to us the reason for this shutdown nationwide of LPG stations.
Well, thank you for having me as well, and greetings to all of you. So happened that after the directive by Cabinet concerning our operation, members of the association met to deliberate on the directive by Cabinet. And at the meet, the issue of talking about closing our last count, we had about 81 of our which had been closed by the NPA. So upon inquiries from such people, we realized that as an organization, we need to do something too for ourselves. So members that we set up what we call internal scrutiny and maintenance task force. These are technical people we have put together to visit and audit on our own or our outlets in terms of safety and in terms of security of our delivery. Because we realized that, one, we don't have the itinerary of the MPA, and we are not aware as to why the reasons and the areas of their operation. So we are saying that instead of waiting for the MPA to close our outlets down, so we pay fines and penalties, and even again pay for re-inspection and all that. We would come to the technical team ourselves, and their mandate is to visit all our outlets to make sure that there is integrity with the installations, to make sure that all the safety precautions are being adhered to. So it's a measure we are taking before the MPA comes to our end. So it is not a strike action. It is in the interest of safety. That is why we have constituted the technical committee known as the internal
scrutiny and maintenance.
Yes, internal scrutiny and maintenance task force.
Right. Now, this task force, as you tell me, is visiting various stations to find out their compliance with the NPA regulation. But some people have closed down their stations. So why they closed down?
No, yes, we've asked them to close down their stations until the task force comes to your end, inspects everything, and gives you the go-ahead. You can't operate.
So in the interim, does that mean that the customers who need LPG for their various activities would have to wait until the task force finishes their work?
You know, in as much as we do appreciate and understand the plight of customers in such situations, we also believe that the measures we are taking is in the interest of customers as well, because it has to border on safety and delivery issues. So we think it is prudent at this time to carry on such an activity, especially when we don't want to incur the wrath of MPA.
Now, Ms. Oredu, how large is this scrutiny and maintenance task force, and how long will it take for them to finish the country?
Their mandate is across the country. So as we speak, we have issued directives to our members not to operate until they get the final note from the task force. And as to when and how they're going to do their work, it is a technical team we put together, and it's an issue which borders on technicalities, and we would have to give them some time to finish with their activities to be rest assured that any outlet they give the go-ahead to operate, it is one which has safety at a very high standard. It is one which will not be closed down by MPA with the rampant closure.
How much time, sir?
We need to get back to the technical people to get to know the time they would use in doing that. But I would say that we are not putting any pressures on them at all. We have not given them any timelines. We believe that it is a technical audit they have to do because they need to check the integrity of the installations. And as of yet, we don't know and we can't ascertain the time they will use for this.
But I was asking earlier about the capacity of this task force. How large is it really?
Well, we've done our best to put up a very technical, knowledgeable, competent team. And we believe that they will be able to carry out the mandate we have given them.
And is this happening concurrently across the country, or it's one team that is moving from station to station in the whole of Ghana?
It is something we are doing across the country. You see, the unfortunate thing is we don't know the itinerary of the MPA because as we speak right now, in Ashanti region and Greater Accra alone, over 30 outlets which have been closed down. So probably if we had even had the itinerary as to the inspection and audit team from the MPA, we could have probably said that, okay, because the team is here, we are doing it in this region, so the other region should go ahead. But now we don't know. So what we have decided to do is that every outlet across the country should be shut down for now until you are visited, audited, and inspections are done by the technical team we have put together.
But will this shutdown stop the NPA from visiting stations, whether they are shut down or they're operational, and inspecting them?
Yeah, we believe that if we go and talk to our members, because of relationship amongst ourselves, we will better understand them and better give them advice. And our position is that one will be more effective than the regulator coming with all its powers and just closing things down.
My question, sir, is that will a shutdown of an LPG station, which is recognized as an LPG station, stop the NPA from carrying out an inspection of the site?
You would have to audit our operation. Once we are not operating, there's nothing to audit.
But there are records there. I mean, there are owners.
Yes,
the owners could be called to tour the station with them.
No, definitely. As to the regular audit by the MPA, as to compliance and all that, it is there. But it is the operation that we are halting. So if authorities come to say that probably produce documents A, B, and C, we would have to go get the documents for the authority. But it is the operation of the outlet that we think we would want our technical team, our task force to visit to ascertain and to be sure that when the MPA comes, with the interactions we've had so far with those who have had their outlets closed down, there won't be something that would befall such an outlet as well.
Finally, sir, why now? Concerns have been raised about LPG stations and safety for years. Why now? Is it just a reaction to what the NPA is doing?
Oh, no. In a similar vein, you could also ask why now? Just in a week, closed down over 30 outlets. You know, issues of safety, issues of LPG, they are not just events. They are processes. They are sequences of events. So as and when we deem it necessary to ensure that we improve on safety standards, as and necessary that we should go by the new module of delivery, we should resort to, irrespective of the situation at the time.
Thank you very much, Bernard Owedu, for joining us. He's the Public Relations Officer of the LPG Marketers Association.